Assalamualaikum and good day. Welcome to our video presentation. In this video, we would like to present our project entitled The Making of Yogurt. This project focuses on the fermentation process of yogurt, the role of lactic acid bacteria, product development in different flavors, as well as cost analysis and market acceptance. Before we begin, let me introduce our team members. For the table of contents, I will briefly explain what our presentation covers. First, we will introduce what we venture into, which is our yogurt-based product. Next, we will explain the fermentation process involved in producing the yogurt. Then, we will describe the production process step by step. After that, we will present the product cost. Next, we will discuss the future potential of our product. We will also explain the investment value and marketability of the product. Lastly, we will show picture proof of the product and the production. This project focuses on the production of prebiotic yogurt through the process of fermentation using beneficial microorganisms. Yogurt was chosen because it is a popular fermented food known for its nutritional value and health benefits, especially in improving digestion and good health. In this project, we studied the role of lactic acid bacteria, LAB, in the fermentation of yogurt and how the fermentation process affects the quality, taste, and texture of the final product. We also developed 3 yogurt flavors, which are matcha, vanilla, and strawberry, to increase consumer acceptance. In addition, this project includes cost analysis, packaging design, and a market survey to evaluate consumer preference, product potential, and marketability in the health food industry. Yogurt has a long history that dates back about 3,000 to 5,000 years ago. It originated in Central Asia and the Middle East when milk was naturally fermented due to warm temperatures. By around 2000 before Common Era, yogurt became a common food because it lasted longer than fresh milk and provided good nutrition. In the 11th century, the word yogurt came from the Turkish word yoğurmak, which means to thicken or coagulate. In the early 19th, a scientist named Eli Mechnikov discovered that yogurt could improve gut health and support longevity, which increased its popularity. By the mid-20th century, yogurt began to be commercially produced in Europe and the United States. Today, yogurt is widely consumed worldwide and is available in many forms such as probiotic, Greek, and low-fat yogurt, and is known as a healthy functional food.
Based on the market survey conducted with 20 respondents, the majority of participants were aged between 18 to 25 years, accounting for 75% of the total responses. This indicates that young adults, particularly students, are the main target market for our homemade yogurt. The survey also shows that yogurt consumption is already common, with 75% of respondents consuming yogurt regularly. However, only 45% have tried homemade yogurt before, suggesting that while awareness is still limited, there is a strong opportunity to introduce homemade yogurt to the market. In terms of consumer interest, 85% of respondents expressed strong interest in consuming homemade yogurt without preservative. This highlights a growing preference for healthier and more natural food products. When asked about pricing, most respondents were willing to pay between 6 ringgit to 8 ringgit for 200 ml of homemade yogurt, while others prefer a lower range of 3 ringgit to 5 ringgit. This suggests that consumers expect the product to be affordable and reasonably priced. Purchase intention was also high, as 80% of respondents state that they would buy the homemade yogurt if it were sold in their local area or school, showing that convenience plays an important role in purchasing decisions. Furthermore, all respondents representing 100% indicate that they would recommend the product to others, reflecting high acceptance and satisfaction with the product. Regarding marketing strategies, all respondents agree that social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are the most effective channels to reach customers. Lastly, the main factors influencing consumers when purchasing homemade yogurt were taste, price, health benefit, and packaging, with taste being the most important factor. Overall, the survey results demonstrate strong market potential for homemade yogurt, supported by high consumer interest, positive purchase intention, and effective promotional opportunities.
Next are the fermentation process of yogurt. First, fresh milk is heated at a high temperature. This step is important because it destroys harmful microorganisms and also helps improve the thickness and texture of the final yogurt. After heating, the milk is allowed to cool to around 42 to 55 degrees Celsius. This temperature is ideal for the growth of beneficial bacteria and ensures proper fermentation. Next, a starter culture is added to the milk. The starter culture contains lactic acid bacteria, mainly Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. These bacteria are responsible for carrying out the fermentation process. During fermentation, the bacteria break down lactose, which is the natural sugar found in milk, into lactic acid. The production of lactic acid causes the pH of the milk to decrease, making the environment more acidic. As the pH decreases, milk proteins begin to coagulate. This process gives yogurt its thick, creamy texture and its slightly sour taste. The mixture is then incubated for about 4 to 8 hours to allow fermentation to continue. The longer the incubation time, the thicker and more sour the yogurt becomes. Finally, the yogurt is cooled and stored at a low temperature. Cooling slows down bacterial activity, stops further fermentation, and helps maintain the quality and shelf life of the yogurt. In conclusion, fermentation is a crucial process that determines the texture, flavor, and overall quality of yogurt.
Okay, now I will explain our product cost calculation. This slide shows the raw material cost for producing our probiotic yogurt. The main ingredients include fresh milk, starter culture, sugar or honey, matcha powder, and vanilla extract and strawberry. The total raw material cost for 1 liter or 5 cups of yogurt is RM50. Next is processing and utilities cost. This includes electricity for heating and fermentation, water usage and equipment. The subtotal processing and utilities cost is RM2. Furthermore, the packaging cost, which include plastic cups, lids and seals, and labels with printing. The total cost for 5 cups is RM5.50.
Moreover, I'm also going to explain our total production cost per cup, and suggested selling price. In total, our product cost is RM23. This includes raw material costs, processing and utilities costs, and also with packaging costs.
Now, how does that translate per unit? From this production batch, we produce 5 cups of yogurt. By dividing our total cost By the number of units, 23 divided over 5 cups. This means the base cost to produce just 1 cup of yogurt is RM4.60. Finally, to make the business sustainable, we have factored in a 30% profit margin, which adds RM1.38 to our base cost. By adding the cost and the margin together, our suggested selling price comes to RM5.98, which we can round up for a clean RM6 for the market. At RM6, Yoghurt offers great value to our customer while ensuring a healthy profit for the brand.
Now we move on to the future investment potential for our prebiotic yogurt product. Our prebiotic yogurt product has strong potential for future investment because it follows current consumer trends. Today, people are looking for foods that are healthy, convenient, and functional. They want products that not only taste good but also give health benefits. The demand for probiotic and gut-friendly foods is increasing as more people become aware of digestive health and immunity. Yogurt enriched with beneficial bacteria fits perfectly into this growing health food market. First is business growth. With additional investment, production can be expanded from small scale to commercial scale. We can purchase larger fermentation equipment and use automatic temperature control system. Improving cold storage and distribution system will also help maintain product quality. This allows our yogurt to be sold in supermarkets, cafes, school canteens, and health food stores. Secondly is product development. Future investment also allows product diversification. We can introduce new flavors such as mango, chocolate, and blueberry. We can also produce low sugar, lactose-free, plant-based, or high-protein yogurt. This helps our target more customers, including fitness, elderly consumers, children, and people with dietary restriction. Next, marketing and branding. Investment is important for branding and packaging. We can design more attractive and eco-friendly packaging which highlights the health benefits of our product. For marketing, we can promote our yogurts through social media and collaborate with gyms, cafes, and wellness centers. Online sales and delivery services will also help expand our market reach. Lastly is profit potential. Based on our cost analysis, the yogurt already gives profit per cup. When production increases, the cost per unit will decrease. This means higher profit margin and long-term business sustainability.
In conclusion, yogurt production relies on microbial fermentation by lactic acid bacteria, which convert lactose into lactic acid. This process lowers pH and produces the characteristic texture, flavor, and acidity of yogurt. Lactic acid improves yogurt quality and safety by inhibiting harmful microorganisms and extending shelf life. The addition of probiotics enhances its functional and health value. Market findings show strong consumer acceptance and good potential for small-scale commercialization.